Welcoming everybody to another edition of the Nick Saban Show. Along with the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide, I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, congratulations. SEC home opener. You take on Texas A&M and you beat them 45-23.
Well, it was a great win for our team. We had a lot of respect for Texas A&M's team. They played very well. They've got a high-powered offense, which at times today we struggled a little bit with the quarterback runs. But, you know, overall I was pleased with the way we were able to score points on offense, make a lot of big plays in the game. We struggled to run it like we'd like to at times. We're a little inconsistent in that area, but Tua did a really good job of hitting some open people when we made some big plays and scored a lot of points. But me personally, I like to control the tempo of the game better, and I like to finish the game a little better than we did.
I always love to talk to you about how the week leading up to it goes, because you're coming off such a great performance against Ole Miss. How did the guys handle the early part of this week?
Well, I think that's the big thing, that when we won 3 games this year so far in easier fashion than I thought we would, you don't want the players to start to underestimate their opponents and not prepare for games like you need to prepare, practice like you need to practice to improve, to play to our standard. You know, not necessarily, you know, what's happened in the past is over and done with. You know, the reality is we're playing a good team this week and we need to improve to play well against that team. And I think we did in some areas. But I would like to see our team, you know, sort of clean things up a little bit, because I think it's going to be important for us down the road if we're going to be the kind of team we're capable of.
All right, Coach, let's get into those first half highlights.
We are underway with an end-over-end kick, fair catch. Mon gets a high and hard back snap. He comes down and throws, and it's intercepted by Mac Wilson as he dives in front of the intended receiver to take that one away. Mac Wilson with the interception. It is going to be his first of the year, the team's 6th. That's Tua Tagovailoa. Claps his hands in the pistol formation. Looks left, loads up, end zone. Devontae Smith dives. Touchdown, Alabama. 7 yards deep in the end zone. He laid out, beating Donovan Wilson, the safety on coverage, and quickly, 55-0 seconds into the ball game. Bama's on the board. Football for the Aggies on their own 30. Bama leads 7-0 midway first quarter. Mon with a 2-step drop, calls his own number. He gets away from Raekwon. He runs into the secondary, turns on the juice. Shaheem Carter can't slow him, and they finally trip him up inside the 15-yard line. Gets the snap, backpedals with time, wide open. They lost the tight end. We talked about it earlier, Jace Sternberger for a touchdown. Damian Harris, he'll dance around 2 men. He'll carry 3 more. He lunges forward to the 1-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal from there. Play action fake. Tua rolls left. He'll walk it in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. Tua Tagovailoa trots it around left side for the half-yard and the touchdown. Alabama leads 14-7, just starting the second quarter. Mon with pressure off the edges. Have a seat. Going down. 2nd sack of the ball game. Off the near hash mark. The kick on the way. Plenty of leg. It's up, and it is good. It is good. A 53-yard field goal. 25, Tua fakes the toss, throws an easy one to Hentges. He'll make the grab. He avoids a tackler. Hail Hentges, 24 yards, touchdown. His first of this year to go with his 3 touchdown receptions last year. Bama knocking on the door, heading to the end zone to our left, inside 2 minutes until halftime. Tua looks, leads it, Hentges, touchdown! His 2nd of the day for the tight end, Hail Hentges, 6 yards on the reception. And who would have have thought that Tango Valoa to Henches would be the headline of this afternoon's ballgame. Aggies from their own 42. Bond again. Looks, throws towards traffic. Caught by Surtain. An interception by Surtain. He'll bring it back at the near sideline. 30, 40, and out of bounds at midfield. Patrick Surtain with a fingertip interception and a 31-yard run back. And for Bama, their second pick of the day. Be a 47-yard try for Joseph Bulovas. He had a 44-yarder against Ole Miss last week. Here's the kick on the way. It has leg. It has accuracy. It has 3 points written all over it. And we have come to halftime. We have come to halftime here in Tuscaloosa. Alabama on top, 31-13. Scores here in the second quarter, giving Bama some extra breathing room.
Coach, it was 31-13 going into that halftime locker room, but you got some momentum going into the break as well.
Well, we sure did, because we actually scored 10 points in the last couple minutes of the first half. Scored a touchdown on a nice drive, 2-minute drive, and got an interception, ran it back, got good field position, got aided by a penalty, got ourselves in position to kick a field goal. So that was a big swing. It was 21-13 prior to that, and the game was really a dogfight. We didn't really have control of the game. So I think that was really big, the way we finished the first half.
We'll take a look at what's happening in the second half when we come back here on the Nick Saban Show. Coach, before the break, you talked about the end of that first half and the way your guys finished. Tell me again what the message was for your team coming out of the second half.
Well, we're always trying to get our guys to play for 60 minutes, and I didn't feel great about the way we were playing with consistency. We were making big plays. We made some sacks. We got off the field on third down. But down in and down out, we really weren't playing the way we wanted to play, and we made some mistakes that, could be very hurtful to us and could have been very costly in the game. So we were making a lot of corrections at halftime, and we were telling the players that we needed to go out in the second half and really get the momentum of this game and, take over and play with more consistency. And, we still made some big plays, but we couldn't run the ball, very effectively. We made some big stops on defense, but then we didn't finish the game at the end. They had 2 drives at the end. One they scored on, one they got down there. So didn't finish the game like I wanted.
Let's take a look, though, at some of those second half highlights.
The second half highlights are brought to you by the Ortho Sports Center at St. Vincent's, Birmingham. Care you can believe in.
Remember, Bama won the toss. They elected to defer, so Bama, after scoring points late in the first half, will get the football here to begin half number 2. Tua loads up again, has Smith wide open, left side, 30 with blocking in front of him, goes to his right. He's to the 20, tries to break free of 2 tacklers and gets 2 more yards down to the 18. Jacobs, a single setback, gets the handoff, comes to the near side. He'll walk it on in. Touchdown, 3 yards, and Bama adds to their lead. And boy, did Josh Jacobs and Irv Smith ever throw some serious blocks to just contain everybody, allowing Josh to walk in on the left side. Field goal is going to be good. 38-16 Bama. Here now is the toss. Near side comes the wide receiver, Henry Ruggs. Turns the left sideline. Stays in bounds. Works the numbers down the left sideline. He's going to go 57 yards. Touchdown, Alabama. Henry Ruggs on the toss sweep. Here's Strong gets the snap. He is sacked. Game is over as the coaches now make their way to midfield. They hug friends from back in the old home there in West Virginia. Big win for Bama, knocking off number 22 in America. Final 45, the Aggies 23.
So, Coach, 45-23 is the final score in this one. Had 8 different players catching 25 passes. Had a lot of good things that did happen today, obviously.
We sure did, and I was so happy to see, Hale have 2 touchdown catches. He's kind of a great person, great leader on our team, but he does all the dirty work. He's the blocker. He doesn't get to catch that many passes, so I was really happy about that. And I was happy about the explosive plays that we made. I was happy about the pass rush and the number of sacks that we got in the game. I think those negative plays helped us get off the field and play better on 3rd down.
2 picks, I think, in the first half, 7 sacks total, all part of Bama's 45-23 win over Texas A&M. We've got more. Stay with us right here on the Nick Saban Show. Coach, we always like to talk to you about the turning point. Where was it today in this one?
Well, I don't think there's any question about how you finish halves, how you finish games is really important in games. How we finished the first half was the most important thing about this game. The last 3 minutes of the half for us to be able to score 10 points, have a great drive on offense, turn around, get a turnover on defense, put ourselves in field position to get the field goal. I think that was huge in the game when the score was 21-13, which made it 31-13 at the half.
Tua goes 17 of 20 in that first half that you're referencing. He had time to throw. The guy that coaches your offense, Brent Key, doing a great job for you.
Yeah, Brent we always thought he was a really good young coach, and he came in here and he's done a really good job with our players. He's got good relationships with our players. He's a good family guy. He's got a great wife who really works hard to help the program, and we're very pleased with the job that he's done in developing our offensive linemen here.
Maggie Hetzel goes Mercedes-Benz All Access with Brent Key.
Brent Key, I coach the offensive line.
Coach, what would you say is your own personal coaching philosophy?
As a line coach, I think you'd be remiss if you didn't say that your coaching philosophy was, I think, just being able to get guys to play together and being able to create a strong, tough, physical group.
You having the biggest position group on the field, they're seen as the leaders in a sense. How do you instill leadership in your position group as a coach?
Setting a good example for others, and then at the same time being the ones on the field that it does all start with up front. Whether from the snap of the ball to run the football, protect the quarterback, and put it on those guys, understanding that the notoriety doesn't always come with the offensive lineman, but that's the part we all enjoy about it, and that's what we like about it, and getting those guys to buy into it and really realize that helps instill that leadership in them to do things right all the time.
What do you want to say to the fans as a coach?
Growing up here in the state of Alabama and knowing that the product we put on the field represents all the people in the great state of Alabama every Saturday when we do go out on the field. It's just a huge thank you to all the fans out there that make this place so special, and that's what it is. And it's the people around here. It's the fan base. It's the energy. It's the excitement. It's the expectations. It's the pressure. It's all those things that make this place so special. And it's a place that every morning I wake up, I thank the Lord that I've got the best day of my life in front of me that day because I have an opportunity to be here and be around great people.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Coach, a number of big plays today. Draw one up for us.
Well, we've done a lot of little cat motion where we do this quick, fast motion and snap the ball quickly, and it's usually a decoy. And the reason we do it, it makes it hard for the secondary to adjust because the change of strength motion, and it happens so fast. And we'll run lots of other plays, but we decided this week to go ahead and do it and hand the ball off and run what we call a truck sweep, where Irv blocks down, 14 blocks down, 71's got the toughest block because he's going to reach this guy right here. And then we're going to pull people around the corner, and we have the extra blocker here in Josh Jacobs, who is going to do a really, really good job of getting 2 blocks. You see it down, and here they come around, 73 and 66, and 8 picks one off there, picks another one off there. Henry Ruggs does a really good job of tightrope walking the sidelines, and we have a big play.
Coach, do you really think our fans make a difference on the outcome of the game when we play at home?
Bridget, I don't think there's any question that our fans are as much a part of our team as any one of our players because the impact, the energy, the enthusiasm that really keeps our players going, the atmosphere that is created that's great to play in and people want to be a part of. It speaks volumes for the positive energy that is created not only in the stadium for our players, but for our whole program and all the players who visit the program, the recruits that are here. So it is a big part of winning. And when the crowd is as excited as they were for this Texas A&M game, I think it really does have an impact on the game, and it helps us get off to a great start emotionally.
Coach, I think your defense had 7 sacks today, and a lot of that's the push up front, not all of it, but you got a big pusher up front in Raekwon Davis.
Well, I'm really, really pleased with Raekwon. You know, he's one of the hardest workers on our team. He gives a lot of effort. A lot of times when you have big guys, they rely on being big. They've been bigger than everybody. They haven't had to work that hard. They aren't that diligent in, you know, how they go about what they do, and that's the thing that I really, really admire about him. He's a hard worker, the same way in school, and I'm really proud of the progress that he's made here as a player.
Raekwon Davis spent a little time talking with our Maggie Hetzel.
Raekwon Davis, defensive tackle, Marine.
Raekwon Davis, not fooled at all.
From a neighboring state right next door, you had plenty of offers, Mississippi State even being one. What really attracted you to come over to Alabama?
Back in high school, I was loving the atmosphere. I was loving the coaches. It really came from the players, how their energy came off. I was loving their energy. I was loving how they was treating me, how we was getting along, how they were teaching me and coaching me, and all that.
When you stepped on campus, was there a certain thing that kind of just said in your mind, I want to go here?
My biggest thing was to get my education, and my second was just playing, because like nobody think I was gonna ever play it. They didn't think I was gonna play it.
Losing a couple of your key players on the defense, where are you finding that leadership for this season?
I'm just trying to be a leader, like when John and Allen was here, and Dalvin Thompson, when they was here, how they was coaching me. I'm just trying to be the same leader to the younger guys that they were like what they was to me, because they was definitely my role model coming there.
Favorite story or memory since you've been here at Alabama?
I mean, I got a favorite. Like I got a moment where we was like on the field when me, Payne, Isaiah, and Bugs on the field was dancing. I still can't find that clip to this day. I wish I could find it. We was on the field dancing together. That was crazy.
Time to take a look, Coach, at what's next, brought to us by AT&T, and it's Louisiana Lafayette with a familiar face on the opposing sidelines.
Yeah, Coach Billy Napier was a great coach here for us, did a fantastic job for us, and it's great to see him get an opportunity. I know he's got a program that he has to rebuild there, but you know, from our standpoint, I'm really looking at what our team needs to do to get better, and our players need to focus on that too. You know, we played 4 games, we've done what we're supposed to do to this point, but I think it's really important that we get some rest. We're going to give the players an extra day off of practice, so we get 2 days off to try to get some recovery. And we got to focus on things we need to do to get better, because there's a standard that we want to play to here, and it's not just about winning the games. And that's something that I think everybody needs to buy into and everybody needs to understand so we can get better.
Look forward to seeing your team in action next week, Coach. Look forward to seeing a packed house, and look forward to seeing you here next time on the Nick Saban Show.